Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot and oracle card reading for all Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I love this for you from Seasons of the Witch, and I like this card in particular with this tablescape today. Welcoming the harvest. Expect growth and expansion as your hard work has paid off. It's time to celebrate. And I feel like even though this is kind of an old-timey truck, first it made me think of somebody with a Jeep. Okay, like if you've got a Jeep, more like a Wrangler style, something about that started looking like that in the reading. So let's see what the cards can tell us. General intuitive reading today. Well, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Empress, 2 and 3 now. They just came out in order. Oh, and her counterpart, the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, and the Chariot. That's crazy. We don't have the Lovers here, which would have been kind of fun. Or the Hierophant either, I guess. But something about these two. Okay, and I guess let's put the High Priestess in there. I don't feel like leaving her behind, especially because it was 2, 3, 4. We just had 2, 3, 4 come out. How insane is that? So I just feel like you, my friends, are going to be on a roll. All right, here's where you catch your stride and you become unstoppable. You've had a lot of great readings, but I'll tell you what, this one is one of the best I've seen. And I feel like especially too, welcoming the harvest, they're indicating that the season as we get into autumn, into fall, things are going to shift. They're going to feel easier. You've got a perfect fit here. But this is also driven to success, and it's done so with a confidence. I feel like you're elevated here. You've got the Ace and the Ten of Pentacles as well, which is the wealth card. But those are also, when you have the Ace and the Ten of any suit, those are the pip cards. So I feel like you have from beginning to end dreams. This is phenomenal energy. Trust yourself, okay, with that High Priestess energy. This is also about staying true to yourself, not settling. This is very high level. This is high leveled up kind of energy. And so I feel like it's also about protecting your energy, because when you give it away, you start to give it away to something that is futile, or it's just not worth your damn time. What that does, okay, that can suddenly become the whole apex of the day, and why bother? So I feel like you're going to be confident, strong, driven, and moving forward. In terms of love, you have somebody here that wants to dote on you. And I feel like, I don't care if they're male or female, I feel like they make a heck of a good banana bread or some kind of bread like that. It's like, that's tasty. I just feel like they love fall. And even if you live in a warm weather, I heard Arizona, somewhere like that, where it really doesn't get that cold. And in the Phoenix area particularly, there could be some areas where there is a little bit of snow, but I feel like they're into fall even there, okay, where it's like they can't pass by without the pumpkin spice and the other little niceties that we tend to get out seasonally. So this Ace of Pentacles, I just feel like you have a very solid offer, but this is also luck, by the way, where your luck changes for the better, where you're going to start to see little things pop up. And you're like, man, I just got a rebate. I upgraded this, and then my utility company said, well, here's $400 off. Thanks for being environmentally friendly. Those kinds of things where you've made a change for something you've wanted and found that it even benefits you even more than your desire. Now, if it's something with a new job, I feel like you are going to take off. Or if it's some kind of a new business, I feel like work and money are going to be very solid for you all, where it just continues. Where I also feel like, too, you've got a sense of autonomy here, where you're not having somebody breathing down your back, okay? Every little step you make, they're not right over your shoulder. I've known people who work at places, and maybe this is more common than I thought, who are in sales where their employer gives them a phone so they can track them. They can track their location. I find that interesting, and people have lost their jobs over it because they were in locations that Maybe there's a reason for it because I don't know about you, but I'm in a job where once I'm there, I'm there. So there would be no need to track my location because I'm at work. But with the Six of Cups energy, nobody cares. Okay, they're like, look, you do you. You're on the right track. You're productive. We love you. We love you to pieces is what they say. I also feel like, too, in general, your relationships are going to feel a lot like this, where people are wanting to just do nice things for each other. There's no animosity. There's nothing questionable. There's nothing hidden here. This is like Pleasantville. It's one of the fairy tale cards of the deck. And so I feel like what you see is what you get. Even with that stern ass emperor, even with him, what you see is what you get. He doesn't hide anything. He does not need to. He's very upfront and he's very bold. But with this, I feel like overall they're saying that there's an energy of just caring for other people, just being good humans. Now, if you have any type of community event coming up, I feel like it's going to be great. You might meet new people there that connect you with other things. This is a great time of networking for you, where I feel like you will be connected with new people, new ideas, and it all just keeps moving you forward. Now, the Ten of Pentacles, here's your payout right here. This Ten of Pentacles in general, though, is harmony. So I feel like there's really nothing around the corner that the tarot is even trying to warn you about. The only thing they are saying is to follow your instincts, because if something doesn't feel right or good to you, it probably isn't for you. With this Ten of Pentacles, in terms of a relationship, might be another earth sign you're attracting. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I think I mentioned we have Cancer, Pisces, Aries here, and we have the path to the heart. You are going to be in flow. I just feel like you cannot miss here. Now, I saw somebody at what looked like a vinyl record store. So if you have a trip planned and there's some nostalgic places, or they're kind of like, I don't know if they're exactly thrift shops, but I feel like there's stores or something like that are vintage. There's something vintage coming in. And it might even be consignment, okay, where you find something that you say, I can't believe they have this here. I wore it in high school, one of those. So with this High Priestess energy, you have it all the way through. Her gown turns to water, which appears in the energy of the Empress and then trickles into the energy of the Emperor. And then it finally starts to build. And you see it again here behind the Sphinxes. Okay, the water, it's the seed of your soul, and it's showing up here. So I definitely feel like you're going to be in flow and definitely locked in with people, where you meet them and it's like an automatic fit. Now, she is the Virgin of the Tarot. So if you've been celibate, I don't see that lasting through the fall, not with want to hump over here with those two. I just feel like you have something going on here in terms of a relationship. And it's somebody who's looking for a commitment. This is not just to some, fly by night type of thing. And I also feel like you wouldn't choose that anyway, and neither would they with this energy of the High Priestess. She's fine going solo with things. She doesn't long for partnerships. She's not sad. She's not, despondent. She's right as rain. This is also a time, though, like I talked about, with your psychic senses. It's a new cycle where I feel like you will intuitively know how to handle situations. You're going to be somebody that people look at for as a resource as well. So the Empress energy will have you being very, very creative. And like I said, she can light up a room. She's the kind of energy, too, where she might smooth over some of the ruffled feathers left by the Emperor. So you may find that you have a capacity to soothe people, to calm situations down. I see somebody, if you're an esthetician or maybe you're a dermatologist or something, calming down people's skin, literally, where it's red and kind of blotchy. I don't know. I just kept hearing calming down, and then the skin thing came in. So overall, I feel like you have a way with whatever capacity you're inclined to venture into with this, because she's on luxury. She's on easy street. She's not stressed. She's not worried. She's not bothered. And that's how I feel like this whole energy is going to hit you. Now, with the Emperor energy, this with the Four of Pentacles too, because they're both about fours. I also feel, though, you've got high standards. You're an ambitious sign, which is part of why I enjoy you a great deal. And I'm also a Capricorn rising, if I haven't mentioned that lately. I feel like with this, You're going to be very detail oriented, but you're going to enjoy that because you're not going to miss anything. You won't have mistakes coming out later where you're like, oh man, how'd I miss that? So I feel like you're going to keep track of details. And like I said before, with this Four of Pentacles, you also won't waste your time with situations or people that are not worth it. It just, you won't have any inclination to. Now, it's being discerning. This is not lack. He has pentacles. He's the miser. He doesn't give out his pentacles easily. I also feel like, too, as you accumulate money, you might find that you spend it much more diligently, like you're not throwing money around here. So with the energy of the Chariot, things are moving forward. Law of attraction, this can also be travel, but I feel like overall it's a nod towards stability, movement forward, and not looking back. So you're definitely moving forward. As we get closer to 2026, I feel like the energy is growing stronger and better day by day. And we've got listen to your intuition. Boy, they beat that drum pretty well, didn't they? Golden opportunity. So especially with that Ace of Pentacles, you may find you have something you weren't expecting. Communicate clearly. Perfect timing. We love that. And we've got choose a new direction. Well, I feel like you are unlimited. I love this for you. Good things are coming. I love you, Capricorn, and I'll be back again soon.